Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Horror Debate. I'm Michael Mandy and he's Jeff Rowdy here.
And this time around we are reviewing BloodRayne by Uwe Boll, starring Kristanna Loken, Michelle Rodriguez, Michael Madsen, and Ben Kingsley.
And it also stars Meatloaf as an overweight guy surrounded by lots of naked women.
That's Meatloaf a Day to you, buddy.
Oh, Meatloaf a Day. Sorry, Marvin.
Right. So what'd you think of this one, Mike?
The scenery looked really nice.
Yeah, so did she, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She looked very good. There's actually a good naked scene in it, although this damn table kept getting in the way of all the good parts.
Well, the one thing I noticed right off the bat, man, they were going for the gore factor.
Lots of gore.
Big-time gore. This is the unrated director's cut edition.
This is no PG-13. They really show innards flying.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not one to show your kids, number one, because of the sexual stuff, but number two, man, the gore is way over the top.
They must have had a really big air compressor to... Man, when the blood got it just went out like a fire hose.
Well, that's the way the game was. This is based after a video game from Majesco from a few years ago, and they actually did two different ones, BloodRayne and BloodRayne 2.
What's the basic plot of the game? How far similar is it to the movie?
Not similar at all, as far as I can tell. I played the first game some. I have to admit I didn't play the second game. I guess that maybe that's because the first game wasn't that good.
Well, the video comes with the second game in it.
It does. It does for the PC. The unrated director's cut does have the PC version of BloodRayne 2 in it. What I was going to say was that basically the blood splatter that you see in the movie, that is the only thing they got close to being accurate to the video game. Lots and lots of jibs and blood, man.
In the video game, is she a vampire, but she's not a vampire because she can handle wearing a cross and crossing over water and things like that?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much accurate. Okay. Yeah, they bend the rules on the vampirism, but you know, the first game was full of action. This movie was definitely full of action. I have to say the acting, especially by Michael Madsen, was some of the worst that the worst that I've ever seen, man.
I think he just was there for the paycheck on that one.
Yeah. Well, I can say Billy Zane was safely there for the paycheck because he was only in the movie for, what, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds tops?
Yeah, so was Meatloaf, but that was a quality 10 or 15 seconds.
That was quality 10 or 15 seconds, yeah. With a circle of naked women around him, absolutely. Yeah. So
a lot of computer graphics, though.
Yep,
you know,
a lot of computer graphics, but, well, and rightly so, based after a video game. You know, Michelle Rodriguez usually is pretty effective in the roles that she plays. She was in Doom, and, of course, one of the Fast and Furious movies, and I think she's a pretty good actor, but in this movie, rendered just about completely ineffective.
I think this movie was going for the Resident Evil crowd. It wanted to be Resident Evil. They had the actress who kind of looks like her, kind of acts like her, acts all sexy. You know, the lead heroine.
Well, Michelle Rodriguez was from Resident Evil. She was in the movie, there you go. I mean, not that is the main connection between the two. I mean, of course, both video games, both having to do with zombies / vampires / you know.
Both having a macho kick butt female.
That's right. And, you know, overall, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad to the point where I wanted to turn it off. It was just not good. I mean, there's not much more I can say about it. Just there wasn't much to say. Wow, that was really cool. A couple of the kill scenes were incredible. I really liked a lot of the sword slicing the guy in half vertically and
lots of sword fighting, lots of sword
fighting, but a lot of it looked really bad. I mean, unfortunately, Kristanna Loken, you know, she just didn't look like she was ready for the part. It looked like the sword was too heavy for her or something. And she was running pretty slow. She was pretty beleaguered in those fight scenes. But you know, like I said, man, if you just want to sit down, have a popcorn movie, and watch some gore,
and check your brain at the door,
this is a good one to pick up.
Make
and
a couple
rent.
Margaritas.
Definitely rent. I don't see you purchasing this one unless you want the video game on the computer. So.
All right. How's the sound and all the special features?
You know, that was pretty good. I have to say that the audio was very effective in Dolby Digital 5.1. Lots and lots of use of the rear channels. I have a 6.1 system, so I was getting a lot through the rear center channel. Of course, if you don't have that rear center channel, you're going to get a mix through the left and the right rears. But it sounded fantastic, man. I mean, the dialogue was clear, unfortunately in some cases, and but you know, it was certainly nothing to complain about in the audio. Special features looked like there was a making of, there was director commentary, there was a dinner with Uwe Boll, which I'm not sure I would even attend.
Everyone goes nuts over Uwe Boll. I mean, they either like him or hate him. I mean,
I don't hate him because he's actually making movies that I would think that I would want to see, but I think after I see him, then I second guess myself and why did I want to see that? You know, because I'm a video game nut, and when he's the one that's translating all these video games into movies, so nobody else is doing it.
Yeah,
so,
like House of the Dead. Dead, didn't he do that
House
one?
of the Dead, yep. And again, that one was bad. That
was
House of the
bad.
Dead was actually worse than this one. I think this probably had a little bit more redeeming value as far as the actual action went.
So Yui's getting better as time goes on.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yui, I'm trying to give you props, man.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, yeah, like I said, rent it, check it out, check your brain at the door, man. If you got a surround sound system, crank it up. It is a fun hour and a half. I mean, it's not that bad.
Okay.
So if I had to give it stars, I'd give it 2 stars out of 5.
2 out of 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Wasn't a train wreck, but wasn't necessarily a good movie either.
All right. Well, for Jeff, Rowdy Jake here, and I'm Michael Mandy, and thank you very much.